the mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
Hello, and welcome to this very short bonus podcast. So I've dug into the learningbritishaccent.com archives and come up with some vocab audio, a recorded news article audio, part 1 of a fairy tale audio, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Section 1. Today's practice vocab is expressing opinions, agreeing with an opinion. Of course, of course. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree. I think so too. I think so too. That's a good point. That's a good point. Exactly. Exactly. I don't think so either. I don't think so either. So do I. So do I. I'd go along with that. I'd go along with that. That's true. That's true. Neither do I. Neither do I. I agree with you entirely. I agree with you entirely. That's just what I was thinking. That's just what I was thinking. I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Section 2. How to write a successful CV before applying for a job. A good curriculum vitae or CV is vital when looking for work, especially when there are numerous candidates for the same job. So what should it contain? There is no perfect template, and each sector may require a different emphasis on a different aspect of the content, such as career history or qualifications. However, experts suggest there are some basic rules on how a CV should be written and the information that should be included. Overall, a CV should be neat and typed if possible. Most libraries now have public computers if you do not have your own. It should also be short, usually no more than 2 sides of A4. It should be positive, stressing achievements and strengths, and make a good impression in a clear and positive way. The basic format for a CV includes personal details, including name, address, phone number, email address, and possibly any professional social media presence. You no longer need to include your date of birth owing to age discrimination rules. Career history, starting with your most recent job first. Include dates and temporary or voluntary jobs if appropriate. A personal profile which sells yourself and your qualities, tailored towards the job you are applying for. Achievements from previous jobs that are relevant. Qualifications and training from previous jobs with the most recent first. Interests, if they are relevant, and especially if the skills or teamwork concerned are relevant for the job. Any extra information, such as reasons for a career change or reasons for gaps in career history, such as caring duties. References, ideally 2 or more, and including a recent employer. Thank you for listening. For more British accent training, visit www.learningbritishaccent.com. Section 3. Today's practice vocab is expressing opinions. Disagreeing with an opinion. That's different. That's different. I don't agree with you. I don't agree with you. However, However. That's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. On the contrary. On the contrary. I'm sorry to disagree with you, but... I'm sorry to disagree with you, but... Yes, but don't you think? That's not the same thing at all. That's not the same thing at all. I'm afraid I have to disagree. I'm afraid I have to disagree. I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. I must take issue with you on that. I must take issue with you on that. It's unjustifiable to say that. It's unjustifiable to say that.
Can I just take a moment to break in here? You can get access to quizzes and members-only posts when you become a member of the British Accent Bundle at learningbritishaccent.com. And of course, you also get access to both the British Accent training courses. That's the RP British Accent Pronunciation course and the Ultimate RP British Accent Learning Resource. You can get all of this for under £7 per month. So if you select the yearly membership option at only £79, you can get immediate access to all these resources. So for less than £7 per month, you can make so much improvement to your speaking voice and gain so much confidence in your fluency and conversation skills. So why not gift yourself this opportunity? Section 4.
Hansel and Gretel. Next to a great forest there lived a poor woodcutter, with his wife and his 2 children. The boy's name was Hansel, and the girl's name was Gretel. He had but little to eat, and once when a great famine came to their land, he could no longer provide even their daily bread. One evening as he was lying in bed worrying about his problems, he sighed and said to his wife, "What is to become of us? How can we feed our children when we have nothing for ourselves?" "Man, do you know what?" answered the woman. "Early tomorrow morning we will take the 2 children out into the thickest part of the woods, make a fire for them, and give each of them a little piece of bread, then leave them by themselves and go off to our work. They will not find their way back home, and we will be rid of them." "No, woman," said the man, "I will not do that. How could I bring myself to abandon my own children alone in the woods? Wild animals would soon come and tear them to pieces." "Oh, you fool," she said, "then all 4 of us will starve. All you can do is to plane the boards for our coffins." And she gave him no peace until he agreed. "But I do feel sorry for the poor children," said the man. The 2 children had not been able to fall asleep because of their hunger, and they heard what the stepmother had said to the father. Gretel cried bitter tears and said to Hansel, "It is over with us." "Be quiet, Gretel," said Hansel, "and don't worry, I know what to do." And as soon as the adults had fallen asleep, he got up, pulled on his jacket, opened the lower door and crept outside. The moon was shining brightly, and the white pebbles in the front of the house were glistening like silver coins. Hansel bent over and filled his jacket pockets with them, as many as would fit. Then he went back into the house and said, "Don't worry, Gretel, sleep well. God will not forsake us." Then he went back to bed. At daybreak, even before sunrise, the woman came and woke the 2 children. "Get up, you lazy bones. We are going into the woods to fetch wood." Then she gave each one a little piece of bread, saying, "Here is something for midday. Don't eat it any sooner, for you'll not get any more." Gretel put the bread under her apron because Hansel's pockets were full of stones. Then all together they set forth into the woods.
Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this bonus podcast. Remember to join me on Friday for the regular podcast.
That's the sound of your current hype level at the gas pump. But brace yourself for something fuel nominal, because Unleaded 88 is about to take the hype to a whole new level. Unleaded 88 is cheaper, cleaner, and greener than regular unleaded. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So pump it up with Unleaded 88, brought to you by Iowa Corn.